Okay, guys, so let me make sure you guys can actually hear me. It looks like you can. Yay. Okay, so we're going to do some landscaping stuff, and I just want to show you guys some of the assets that I just pulled in here. These are just from the Megascan stuff from the Quixel team. So it looks pretty cool, looks pretty solid. We got three of them right here. We got a little rock dude, or three different rocks. What I'm going to do here is I'm basically using a first-person template, and I'll show you why I'm doing that in just a second. Primarily, I don't want to recreate all the post effects and stuff. I like the way this looks, yada, 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 yada. So I'm just going to go through really quick and just delete a bunch of stuff. I'll just delete it like this. That way I know exactly what I'm deleting. Okay, and I'm going to save this. If you can tell by the title, we're going to talk a little bit about landscapes, okay? Now, I want to talk about some things first. If you click on the landscape tool dialog box here, you get this huge effing landscape, okay? Which is fine if your computer can run it. Also, it can get expensive, so just be careful with that. What we're going to do for the sake of this is I'm going to keep this little dude small. We're going to do 15 by 15. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to load in a height map or any of that kind of stuff. We're not going to deal with that yet. We're just going to deal super simple stuff. And we're going to hit create. Some things to talk about. Save your shit all the time with this, okay? I'm telling you guys, Unreal's a pretty good engine with the exclusion of its landscaping tools, in my opinion. The landscaping tools are really, really rough. They can do some amazing things, but they are unstable and they are buggy as hell. So be forewarned, this is going to crash. I'm telling you right now, it's going to crash. Okay, so we're going to start off. We're going to make a new material here. Okay, and we're going to call this landscape. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to type in landscape. Get a grass output, a layer landscape sample, and a landscape layer blend, these three nodes. Okay, so this little dude, these two guys, are going to be the sample parameters, which actually we'll probably want two of them. Actually, we can just use one and maybe we can build off of it. I think we can add multiple elements. Yes, we can. Cool. Okay. We'll see how we handle multiple ones in a few, but we'll at least start with one. These are going to be the things that load in the multiple materials, okay? And we're going to be using layer blends here. So if I add 1, 2, 3 layer blends, it should be about good for, you know what, let's just do 2. Let's keep it simple. 1 and 2. Okay. We're going to call this first one grass. And the next one, we're going to call this rock. Okay, again, keeping it super simple. Okay. Now, grass, named grass, grass here. Okay, that's our sample name for this node. If I add another node, we have another sample node. Okay, so I can Control C, Control V, and we're going to call this rock. And we're going to save. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to plug this into base color. Okay. Your landscape materials, in general, keep them super simple, okay? Just humor me on it, just keep it simple, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our Megascan stuff that we have. Thank you, Quixel, so I don't have to do a bunch of extra stuff. We're going to come in and try and find a grass texture that we like here. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and grab the albedo. Do I want that one? Do I want this one? Too many options. It's a dangerous thing. Grass. What does that one look like? Doesn't really look like grass. I mean, did I just close out of my damn landscape material? Son of a bitch. Unreal. Telling ya. Output, blend, and sample. Grass, save. There it goes. I was like, that went through too fast. I should have known better. Grass, add another element, rock. Yep, we got the two. Goes into the base. grass, we'll add that other element as well, just and remember to name it. You have to name these things correctly, guys. It's super important, okay? You're going to get confused, but when you start sampling stuff, if the names don't match up, they're going to be SOL. So, again, grass. And we're going to change this to rock. Okay. And what are we going to do? We're going to save. Always save. Okay, so this node isn't going to plug into anything. It's just going to live in our little scene state here. So let's go ahead and grab, I think I said grass B just because it's a little lighter. And let's go ahead and see what we got. Nope, not for that. We want, this will do, soil. Okay. Now, the exact same chain, this guy, we'll Control-C, Control-V, and we're going to get all of our normal maps for this, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Swap that out, come back up here. Let's go back to grass B. And, oops, there we go, grass B. And that's going to get plugged right back into our normal map, okay? And save, save. I always get nervous about this stuff because it crashes all the time. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is, let's keep this super simple. And I'm going to save this all really quick. I have this saved in our materials demo. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to close this guy down. Yeah, sure, save. Save selected. Okay, come back into here. I'm going to launch this level. Now, I already made a bunch of grass, okay? I don't want to remake that grass. It's a pain in the ass. So, what we have here is, where are you? Where did I put that level? I wish there's a filter just to have it only by the projects that you need to see. Oh, hell with it. I'll just open up a copy. Oh, my project 5. There it is. Damn it. No, cancel. Open. I didn't name that demo correctly when I made it, so it's kind of biting me in the ass a little bit. That's okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back into demo 1. And I can launch multiple levels at once. Not that you should, but all I need to do is I need to get access and understand location of where my little material demo here is. So let's just look for that. Am I blind? I think I'm blind. 12 material demo. Show and explore. And I want to show and explore because I need this content directory, okay? I want this. Copy that, close that back down, pop into this version of Unreal. Okay, now again, this is opening a copy of the demo scene, and so it's going to look different because, well, Unreal messed up, which is fine. It's not good, but it messed up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right-click on this folder because this is the folder that has the asset that I want. It's got this little weed thing. Okay, that is right there. Okay, little weed dude. Ta-da! Hi, Bob. We're going to right-click on the folder. We want all of it, so I want weed. We're going to migrate it. Okay, when we migrate, we hit OK, and we give it the path. It has to live inside of a content directory for you guys to really access and use it. Yay, that worked. Okay, so let's close this down. Let's go back into our Unreal level. So right-click, migrate, content directory. Okay. Let's go back to our material demo. Okay, and I'm going to open up our landscape demo. There it is. We're back. Okay, so we save. Now, if we come up into content, we go into demo, ENV, we have our weed. Okay, we're going to use this as grass. Okay, it's not quite grass, but we're going to use it as grass. It's going to be good enough for what we need. Okay, so let's kind of go all the way back up to our mega scans. And what did I call it? I call it demo. No, I did not. What did I call that? Landscape. That makes sense. Okay, the next thing I want to do is for the grass, this little sample info here. I click on this guy, open him up, open this guy up. I need to get a new grass type, okay? So if I hit down and do landscape grass type, and I'm just going to save that. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it, leaving it as default. And I'm going to do the same thing for this rock here. All right, looks like it. Hey, come on. Oh, cool. It left it all in the same node. That's awesome. All right, sweet. So, and again, you can rename this if you want to. Like, I'd recommend it, actually. So let's go ahead and rename this and call this landscape rock, spell rock, scape, grass, rock. So I can read it, not at all. And we'll double click this. Okay, we're going to, again, save. We're going to add 2 elements to this. Okay, let's open up this first element. What do we think goes in here? Bet you it's going to be one of our rock assets. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't know, you'll see this. Let me just go back into our mega scans. Actually, let's just go into demo first because this is called grass, so we'll just so we can stay consistent. We'll drop that in. It's going to compile. Don't touch anything. File, save. And just for shits and giggles, we're going to just set this density up pretty high. We'll set it up to like 1,000 for right now. Okay, we can't see anything, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about it yet. Now let's come down to our rock. And let's go ahead and find a rock asset. Here, ain't gonna help us. I'm a visual guy, so we'll go into here, rock. We have 2 rocks. We have actually 3 rocks. Let's start with 1. Okay. And again, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to save it. Okay. And let's add 2 more elements. Okay. And those are obviously going to be referenced by the remaining rocks. Okay. So that guy and that guy. Okay. Save. All right. Come back into here. Let's look at our landscape material again. So this is looking up to rock, which is, let me just open this guy all the way up. Landscape type rock, so it's looking up to that material, okay? And let me double check to make sure. We'll find out if I need to re-reference some names or something, because I'm pretty sure I haven't set this up correct at some point along the way. So, okay, so we got rock into rock. I'm missing a step here. I know I am. Okay, let's see how bad this breaks. Cancel, save. I don't know what it is with Unreal. Like, I used to be able to hit Control S and save it, and it would be fine. Now it doesn't do that. So that kind of sucks, but let's go ahead and select this landscape here. And let's throw this material on here. Don't touch anything. Okay, very nice. Nothing showed up. Okay, that's fine. That's all fine. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we got to create some layer info. So weight blended layer info right there. And I'm in the landscape tool, by the way, sorry. Hit OK. and save. So let me just show you guys something here because again, this thing is buggy. So I'm just going to take all of this grass and I'm just going to plop it all down. Okay. Okay. Make sure it's not actually on the surface yet. Okay, good. Save. Next, let's come back into the landscape grass. It's cool. That's on there. Okay, and all I'm going to do really quick here is I just want to plop down and look around. Okay, we don't have anything yet, which is fine. Okay, I know what I messed up on. Basically what I did was I had too many materials in here. Basically every one of these little landscape lookups has to be a separate asset. I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second here. But within this, let's just say, I don't know, put an extra 0 here so you guys can see it. Okay, obviously this thing is not that, glorious in terms of detail, but again, this thing should like totally kill my system now. Yeah, look at that. Computer's like, F you, Dave. We won't do that. We're going to cut it down a little bit just because it was killing my computer. Let's go ahead and adjust the min and max here. 0.5 to, say, 1.5. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay. And so it's looking up right now to the grass material. Now, this asset was not designed to work with this, okay? Like, just flat out, it wasn't. The other thing, too, let me just kind of walk in here. Okay. There's some optimization things that we should probably go through and do, just so, like, we're, at least talking about this. I want to bring this guy in, and I'm going to set this guy, the end call distance, to maybe like 5.5. It's a pretty harsh culling distance, but let's just see how much that gets us back. Yeah, it's better. Okay, and the other thing too is, let me see how dense that asset is. So this is like way more dense than what I would probably need for this. Let me see the wireframe on him. Holy shit, what the hell was I doing? Let me fix that. That is so wrong. I'm so glad I checked that. Good lord. I'm sure I had a reason for it. That or I was tired. Damn it. Fudge. See, did I save that? God, I hope I saved the source content for that. Metal Man. Let's go to our documents here. Desktop library. Where the hell are you? File, import. Here, documents. What the hell? Did I move it? I did. Let me pause this and find the video.